You going to get away one of these?
Huh? Yeah. What's up, people?
Hey, y'all. What we doing? Par for the course right there, right?
Yeah.
Tell them you tried to make a shirt with that.
Yeah, y'all. So,
Patrick, can you hear me?
Yes. I can now.
Tell them that you tried to make a shirt with that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I was just running. I tried to make a shirt, but Teespring, a lot of people have been asking for the "Hey, what we doing?" shirt, that the phrase that my sister always says when she shows up. I tried to make one, but it got flagged for some reason. So we're trying to dispute that and recreate another one. But
hey, researchers.
But yeah, so that'll be coming out soon.
Hey, Donald. It's been pretty here. It's going to rain tonight, I think. So,
everybody wants to know about Smokey, right? So Smokey, he's doing much, much, much better. I have to say he's probably maybe back 100%. He's going to the creek 3 or 4 times a day and playing and eating. He's only getting dry dog food right now, so he's eating that, and he seems to be doing well, barking.
He was my boy the other day. He wanted me. He was a Gin boy.
So he, they said maybe pancreatitis, something that he possibly could have ate. So didn't really know, what he may have gotten into. I called my neighbor and asked him
if he had
antifreeze up there loose or rat poison or anything like that, because I know I don't. And he said no, that he had dogs too, so he had to take that into consideration. Who knows? They rumble or rummage around in the woods, and no telling what they could have gotten a hold of that upset their stomach. So anyway.
Thank you, John. He said, I thought it's been hot lately, but Jen is hotter. Thank you. Hair credit to my wonderful beautician, hairstylist, whatever you call her. She's great.
Well, guys, we're going to be giving some stuff away today. So we'll go over that later, but just stay tuned. We're going to give away 2 things. Well, maybe 3. Never know. Never know with us. What's up, Brent?
Hey,
so
Brent.
last week,
what's up? What's up, Brent?
Look here, look.
Hey, Brent, look here.
Last time it was just my sister and I, and we did it.
Hey, you know what, Patrick? You need to let me see if you guys can see this right here. Let me turn it around there. Right there. Very nice looking hat, very comfortable. I don't know if they could hit Brent up for some of those hats if they like, that type of thing.
Hey, displaced. No bald spot, Brent. No bald.
Are we giving away a mansion and a yacht? Yes.
Hey, if it's coming my way, sure.
Yeah.
So I think we're fixing to get a storm, and all of my windows are up. Anyway, the garden, I'm just trying to update you guys because I'm going to tell you what, I have been busier than a one-legged man in a fanny kicking contest. You know how busy that is?
Apparently real busy.
I don't want to say it too loud so that we don't get cut off, right? I have taken on so much, that huge extra added garden. The satellite, we didn't know it was going to be such an issue. And, wanting to get started on that new barn down there, which will be a big, massive project, actually. It'll be like building another cabin. And, hauling I was telling Patrick earlier today, because I water the garden every night. And I use about 200 gallons a week watering the garden. So I have to go and refill those barrels. And my sister's water runs very slow. So we get to sit outside and chit chat and visit while they're filling. But that takes a lot of time, every evening watering. I guess you've seen some of the posts, but I've got, let's see. I've got 6 different kinds of peppers, beans, lettuce, potatoes, cucumbers, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes, onions, strawberries, blackberries, and watermelon, and they're all doing wonderfully well. I think the watermelon could be a little taller, but at least it's still green and surviving. It's been in there, about a month now?
I don't know. Mine's doing the same thing.
But anyway, that takes a lot of time in a day now just to maintain all of that. And, trying to get prepared for those other raised beds that I put down there. I worked nonstop for probably 2 or 3 weeks just to get that going. So that holds up anything else that I can film, but I still try to film other stuff, to kind of make it interesting. But I just want you to know what I've been up to. And I'll be honest with you.
He's been so busy he doesn't eat.
I've been so busy that I forgot Wednesday's video. So we used one of the DIY videos that my kids have been pestering me to make. So I completely forgot about it. So we decided to throw that in there today and see from everybody, because we're thinking about these DIYs, because, people look that kind of stuff up. So trying to make shorter videos and make several of them to put out there and include those on the playlist. That's another thing that I've been trying to wrap my head around. What are some of these?
Well, someone said they bought property in Del Rio, taking in your advice like a sponge.
Del Rio, Tennessee.
Donald, tomato plants, we bought them. So we didn't keep seeds and grow them like that. No. Yes, I need to fatten him up. He does need to eat. How many of you all want to start seeing him cook again in the outdoor kitchen?
Well, the grill has to be fixed. It's broken.
Oh yeah, we broke it.
Yeah,
we're gonna be fixing it though. We ordered a grate.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, we did. John, this is not my home. I'm in the kids area. I spend a lot of time at my church. I'm in the kids area of my church, so we have a lot more color going on down here. See, that's one of their little things that they make on Sunday.
Hey y'all. Hey Duke.
Thank you, Irene. Yeah, he has several really cool videos that are
Duke and his kids.
A lot shorter for those who like to consume shorter content. It's really, really good. I gotta tell him. Yeah. And
y'all, I'm trying to talk Dad into letting us show some bloopers, but he's still on the absolutely not kick. Although I could probably find a video or two where we've made a blooper and he actually put it in there for all of you guys that may not have caught us when we very first started.
Mm-hmm.
I've got logs. I guess you guys have seen in little snippets in the videos about logs being delivered, and there may be a deal that on some wooded property that's not too far away that I may be getting several loads. The only thing I have to do in return is cut them enough 2x material to fix an 8x20 deck. So I may be getting 4 big loads of trees just for doing that for them. which would make probably the 8th load that I've got now. And normally I'll get 10 good size logs. So that seemed like it was a pretty good deal. I told them to count me in, but they weren't going to know until, well, he knew yesterday. I need to call him and ask him. But so I wonder if I should tell him what's coming up Monday. Remember you came over and spent the weekend, you and Steven? And Ray came up. Should I tell him what's coming up Monday?
What's
Sure.
coming out Monday?
Monday, what you're going to see is a hard task.
We started working on the satellite tower, and today I actually finished the braces because I want them to be made out of the same kind of material because it'll make it look better. Because I told Patrick, I said I could use like 2x6s. I could mill those up and put those on there, but we decided it would look better if I used regular material and I stripped the bark off of it and left it round, you know, just like everything, a lot of the other stuff that I've done. So that's taking up more time, but I've got those all ready to go. So I will be starting on putting the bracing and working my way up to the platform up there. But you won't get to see the first part of it until Monday, but that is coming up. And
Y'all, that was rough.
It's pretty fun though. The tool that comes out in, I think it's Friday's video, right, Patrick?
Tools in your truck.
Wasn't that right?
We can't hear
Maybe.
you.
Sorry, I
Okay.
clicked the thing on accident.
Yeah, I repaired the boom for the tractor. I took it up to my neighbor's house and we fixed all that up. I think that's in Friday's video so that I could actually use it to help set this tower because we were going to have it anyway for working on the new barn and stuff like that. So I just needed it sooner. But you'll get to see that, and hopefully we can get this thing up within the next month because we're actually paying for it on a monthly basis, and it's sitting in the house on the floor.
Well, I'll be over there Saturday to help. Skunks, yes, we have them. Douse him in some tomato juice. Kenneth Bentley, the one that you just saw passed, and then I have a Yorkie Gracie.
And you have a lab. Kona.
Oh yeah, I have a lab Kona and a cat Sophie.
I'll tell you,
Windmill, no. He's gonna put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I've decided that mounting the windmill on the same tower as the satellite might not be a good idea. Because as the windmill gets turning, it turns based on the least amount of air that it takes it to start rotating, correct? Well, the faster the wind goes, the faster it rotates. There's a possibility that it turning, creating vibration, and or anything else that could be emitted from it might interfere with the satellite and it being tuned into a signal. Now, if I start a video to upload, if there's any kind of glitch in the system for whatever, it may not upload and we may have to start over. And my primary reason for getting that satellite is so that I can upload videos and I don't have to drive over here every week and be gone, half a day, 3/4 of a day, whatever. I can actually stay there and keep working while the video is loading. I just need to go check on it and make sure that it's done so that I can start another one.
Display.
So we don't want any interruptions in the satellite if we can help it. So what I'll probably do is mount or take another pole and drill holes through it and mount like galvanized pipe that I can actually drive through those holes, being like an old step pole, the old utility, or what you would call a phone pole. They call them step poles because they had these permanent spikes in them that you could actually step on and climb up like a ladder. So I can always do that, and that will give me access. I can mount it on a single pole and use the tractor, lift it up into place, and there we go. And I can set it out away from that tower and, hopefully not create any issues, but still have a way to generate, some extra electricity when we do get, our battery bank system set up. So all of that infrastructure type stuff, it takes a lot of time to get all that going, set up. Especially the way it took me a full day just to strip the bark off those 22-foot poles. There was 4 of them, and then get them treated with that stuff. So a little time consuming, but it looks good. It really looks good, and I think it's going to last a long time. There was a comment that was made. You'll see in the video. They said, let's see, why did I not put the poles? Whoops. There we go. Why did I not put the poles straight up? Why did I lean them in? There we go. And I was trying to explain on a video today, what a tipping point is, so if your members are straight up like this, if whatever forces causes this to overcome, then now you've got a bunch of weight hanging out over a pivot point that's way down here, right? It can fall over. But a lot of towers, if you look at pics or images of them, are kind of leaned in a little bit. You would have to apply a lot of force to get this to its tipping point, to where it would start over, if that makes sense to you. You're actually pushing it into the ground at an angle. So it just helps to keep that thing supported. And they're actually, all 4 of them are leaning in towards each other. So I think that's the best design. That's what I'm using anyway. And,
yes, y'all give us some thumbs up.
Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't seen today's video,
love us. Like, share, subscribe.
If you're on our Facebook, if you're on our Twitter, if you're on our Smoky Mountain Outpost main channel,
Hi, Twitter.
Please go to our Outpost review.
Twitter.
Thank you for the heart. Please go to our Outpost review channel and watch the 9-minute video that came out today about how we preserve a lot of the wood up on our property. We get a lot of questions about that, and we think that you may enjoy that. And there's going to be more videos like that.
Oh, gosh.
So let's see. What else have I been? All the animals, they're all doing well. Miss Piggy, the chickens. The chickens are doing great now that they're all pinned up. I lost quite a few trying to let them free range. That was a bad idea. It was my fault. But it was nice having them running around out in the woods. But when you live back up in there, like I do, then you have all sorts of predators that are just lurking around the corner. And, it was hard to realize it at the time, I guess, because when I first let them out, there was a training period with me and the dogs. Took about 3 days. Okay. Everything was cool. And of course, I'm so busy up there. The chickens would put themselves up at night. I would just go shut the door and let them out in the morning. I'd run over and feed the hog because I didn't have to really feed them anymore because they're scratching, getting bugs and all kinds of stuff, right? And anyway, one day I just happened to think, I thought, that flock doesn't look as big as it used to be. And then I got to counting them. Well, then the next day there was one less. The next day was one less. And I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt, well, maybe there's one hanging off down in the woods that didn't get up overnight or whatever, but no. So I've noticed lately the red-tailed hawks circling right up above the trees, just the tree tops, right up over the cabin and right up over the chicken house. So I have a really good idea that it was probably the red-tailed hawks that were picking those chickens off one at a time. And
rude.
Yeah, probably feeding chicks with it.
Rude.
So since they're all put up, they're doing better. Now I do see the need. I was telling Jennifer today that the hog pen on the downhill side, I should have probably left the bottom log. I should have went up one and not put a bottom log in there, because what's happened is as she roots around, the mud is getting shoved up against the bottom logs, and it's not downhill anymore. It's kind of created a bowl effect in there, and the water is able to, what water does drain in there when it rains, is able to stay in there longer. Takes the sun longer to dry it out. And yeah, so what I was thinking about doing is adding about 3 of the 16-foot cattle panels, because I don't have time to try to whittle out some more logs right now to make the pig pen look like we did in the beginning. Just too much going on. But I thought 3 new cattle panels would give her a new 16-foot square area to run around in. I'll probably do it on the uphill side. And the chickens, right now, there's not that many of them.
Wait. There's not that many of them, but one of my little friends, actually my hairdresser, her son has a love for everything animal, and he actually wanted for Christmas an incubator. And so he just incubated, I think, like 18, 20 eggs. I'm not sure how many they got. I think 5 hatched on Tuesday, 3 hatched on Wednesday. So we will be getting these baby chicks next Wednesday. So Dad will have 8 new chickens after Landon takes care of them and grows them up. So,
how far are we from the nearest town? Probably about 30 minutes. Yeah, about 30 minutes. Actually 30 minutes in any direction that you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The big issue with the satellite that I have is because I don't have that much area cut out of the woods up there. And so I've got trees right around me, fairly close. And it did work a little bit when we first kind of hooked it up, but it was easy to see that it was either going to require height to get up above the tree line or taking out more of the trees. I don't really want to do that.
hey, Dale.
Right near the cabin, especially up on the backside, it's always been my intention to move that wood line back, but just having the time to do it. Honestly, I feel like sometimes I'm running. I'm like Smokey. I'm chasing my own tail, which he does quite often. Still, he's a pup, but
it's hard to believe we've only had him a year and a half. Like, it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
And if Dad didn't already have 2, the same people we got him from actually just had another litter, and they still have some that are for sale.
But we did move that tree line back far enough. You'll see in, I think, Friday's video plus Monday's that that tree line has been moved back to where we can actually put this tower up. And I think we're going to be up plenty high enough where I can see the whole northern sky. You know, if I only have to take out a few trees, that's okay. But the way it was, I would have to move that whole wood line down there by that new garden area that I did quite a bit. And that's just not, I'd rather do without the satellite than do that. So,
What is
anyway.
that noise?
Motorcycle. Let's see.
If anybody has any questions, we'll be doing a live Q&A for you. So just go ahead and ask your questions as we're
Somebody said they got your Amazon card, Patrick.
Yeah, I gave him a thumbs up.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Dale, 4 dogs. Lord, I got 3 dogs and a cat. And the cat is almost too much. Sheesh.
You know,
She's got a big mouth.
the kids have been on to me about these DIY videos, right? And I don't want to think that I'm doing a tutorial because I really don't I know enough to be dangerous. Okay. And when I say that, I don't think that I am good enough to give anybody any tutorial on anything. I think if I,
Hush, Gracie.
hey, I think if I titled them, this is how I did this or did that, Gracie, be quiet. Um, might be a better title doing some of these now. Can sharpen anything but a chainsaw, and he deals with metal, makes knives and all kinds of blades and things of that nature. He's a good metalsmith. Um, and then being a blacksmith, he can forge it out too, But he said, I don't know how to do a chainsaw. So I thought, and I've watched people freehand doing a chainsaw before. And I guess if you had a machine where you could do the same angle every time, that would be nice. But that kind of stuff's expensive. Like for mine, from Norwood to sharpen mine, a couple years ago, they were like $1,000, So it would take a whole lot of blades to equal $1,000. So I've still been buying the blades, but the sharpening the chainsaw, I found a tool that is pretty cool because it rests on the top tooth. It's got two little lines that you angle everything up. That's how I sharpen mine. I showed him. He says, well, I would have no idea to do that. Anyway, so I thought about doing a few videos.
Looks like they did. Let me see if I can get them back on. I don't know what happened. I thought it was just me. Let me see if I can get them back on. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Let me get a hold of Jennifer. Thank you, Reggie. Appreciate that. Brent, are you being serious? You ordered a knife from Lynn? Uh-oh. We'll have to give him a call for you. Yeah, they've been having. My sister has a pretty good internet connection up at her house, but they've been having some problems lately. I don't know why. Yeah. Y'all just keep asking your questions, so when they come back on here, they can have something to answer for you. Brent, if you can send me an email, that way I don't forget, I will talk with him about that. They're not getting my message. That's weird. Let me see. Maybe I need to send them a new thing. I haven't, not around here at least. We put together quite a few up at the property whenever I was up there. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments. But no, I haven't made anything. I'll do a giveaway here in just a minute. Hopefully some of you will like the giveaway. It's nothing too special, but here we go. Binking.
Here we are. Hey, are we there?
Yep.
Well, if that happens again, we may have to use the cellular device.
What happened?
It was us. Who knows? Patrick, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Somebody wants to know if you have any more you've made any more lights and lamps.
Yeah, we were
No,
we were
we
just
haven't.
talking about that.
Oh.
I live in Houston, Texas. They live in East Tennessee, so about 1,000 miles. No exaggeration. I know everyone's excited to have them back on. I'm bored.
I guess that you've also seen I cut some material for the water storage tank. I'm going to try to where I can run that down to my sink, and then I'll pipe the other over to the raised beds behind the cabin. That way I can keep those beds with like trickle hoses. But that tower has all of that because we're actually paying for it and can't use it. So I've had to drop everything I was doing to try to do that project there. But that will be one of the next projects that I work on. Let's see what else. And let's see. I know that you guys are excited that continuing that rock wall around the cabin is going to have to start up again. So I'll be mixing concrete a little, probably every other day, laying a section at a time as I go. So that's going to be mixed into the videos, but you know, it is what it is. That's my life right now, and I can't change any of that. And you know, I have to be busy doing that kind of thing. Of course, I do like a little bit of a break. You know, so just doing a section maybe every other day, then working on something on the day in between. I like it a lot better as opposed to mixing mortar every day, because I can only do so much. It has to dry, and then I have to rub it down and all that. So I can't get too much in one day going. So yeah, I kind of like doing things like that. It leaves things undone.
Did we lose you again?
More entertaining for me to do.
No, we're back. I don't know what's going on.
Jennifer, go on the link on your phone.
Let's see.
Again.
You need me to send it to your email? Sorry, y'all. Give me just a second and figure this out.
No, I got it.
Okay. I guess we're still on here. The other thing too is I was going to get a propane refrigerator, and I've seen some negative things about them. I still have to do some more digging to see which one, because I know that there's pros and cons with both electric and or gas. But I'm going to have to determine whether I'm going to do it. Has the oven, so I think I'm going to get a 100-gallon propane tank and at least hook up to that while I make up my mind on the other. And you know, if I do end up going with an electric when we ever get the solar, then you know, I'll just be able to plug into it, right? if I decide to go ahead and go with the propane, then I will go ahead and upgrade my tank to maybe a 500 gallon or something like that. But at least I can cook until we get closer to that point.
Yeah, the rock siding is it's actually really hard on, like, if he was to do it continually, like day after day after day, the moisture from the mortar actually ends up cutting the tips of his fingers because they soften, his fingers so much.
Well, since I don't do that for a living,
Yeah.
those areas right there are sensitive to that kind of work. So it's picking, not only that, but it's picking up the rock. Maybe I should do it over here, picking up the rock, and constantly your fingers being wet. And also the mortar has a drying effect. And yeah, my fingertips, they were so sore for a long time, but wearing the gloves did help out. But I just have to make sure and stock up on the gloves because you don't want to wear wet ones all day. It'd be nice to have a change, at some point. Now, we have something very unique. I have a friend that we've been in contact with each other for quite some time. And recently, it wasn't anything new to me that he had a YouTube channel, and it's a fairly significant channel. It's got about 160,000 subscribers, I think. He's very near us. Nathan is a really, really nice guy, and I've come to really like his content. We've had some messages went back and forth on Instagram. He's on there a lot. And I know that some of the people that watch our channel also watch his. And because I try to, watch his videos when they come out, I try to make comments on there. And of course, being public comments, you can see. And so I thought, well, how cool is that? And I've been on the phone talking with him, Patrick. We were on a three-way conversation too. He was in. He happened to call at the same time I was talking to him. And
how'd you know? Sorry.
So we're going to take the camera up there. We're going to visit with him. He said he would like to come up there to the outpost and hang out with us up there. So I'm going to try to take maybe a day, maybe next week, and load the truck up, go up there and visit with Nathan. We have quite a bit in common. We left our 9-to-5 job to do this. And we also are in the same East Tennessee area. We also both have YouTube channels. We also both have our own sawmill. Of course, his is like a luxury mill compared to mine.
But he doesn't have a pesky daughter.
But the end result is the same. It's just he can cut a whole lot more, a whole lot faster, and actually larger. Because the mill we bought is not real large. But anyway, my point is that we talked, and he would like to get together. So I'm going to try to it's the channel is called Out of the Woods Forestry. If you guys haven't seen that channel, go check him out. Nathan is a real down to earth former cop detective. Who gave up his day job after 17 years, Patrick, did he say?
Oh,
something like that. Anyway, to do cutting wood. He used to work in a sawmill area, and he said a lot of people weren't showing the videos properly, and his dream was to have a YouTube channel to show people proper steps and stuff like that, which, that's good to know. Because I've certainly got a whole lot of questions for the young man, because that's cutting wood is part of his income. So anyway, yeah, I think it would be cool. If you haven't checked that channel out, I suggest you go do that, because I think that you will really like it. He does a lot of other things in there. He's very funny. He's got a great personality, and I think that it'll be really fun to go up there and hang out with him and video, and for him to come over there and hang out with us. So be sure, go check out his channel, leave in the comments, Smoky Mountain Outpost sent you, so that he knows that we gave him a plug on our live stream. And if you would like to see him on a live stream with us, because Patrick said we can add him in here, leave us some comments there, some thumbs up, or however you want to do it. You can even send us emails if you want to. But
Out of the Woods Forestry.
I think on YouTube it's just Out of the Woods.
Okay. Bears, they leave us alone. They're not really around. Knock on wood. Yes, Rod, the poles are set in the ground.
let me see if I can look him up here, Patrick.
And y'all, I'm
well,
really quiet tonight because I can't get a word in edgewise.
I'm gonna show you
guys. On YouTube, it's just Out of the Woods. Okay? That's how you can find him on YouTube. Out of the Woods. And
Leave it to me to say the wrong thing.
what are you talking about?
I said Out of the Woods Forestry.
Well, that's what it is on some of the other stuff, but that's how you can find him on YouTube, But anyway, let him know that we sent you, because I think that, us working together, we can accomplish a whole lot more sometimes on being able to bring you guys good content. And if I can learn things from him, to be able to make my wood better up there, that makes it easier on me, and maybe some tips or tricks that maybe I can do it a whole lot faster, and even how to, I know that there's tricks like quarter sawing, and well, it's not a trick, it's just a way of doing things to come out with really, really nice lumber. But for what I was doing, I would have wasted a lot of lumber too. So I just basically planed all mine straight through. But anyway, if you're doing some work like cabinet work, furniture work, flooring, something that really is basically kind of like part of your furniture, because it's there for a long time, you probably want quarter sawn wood, because that's actually with the grain, because it looks a whole lot better. But
Have a question.
Yeah.
Tell them how you felt when you found out that we had went live without you.
I was on my way back from the vet. Okay. I just thought, well, them two goobers, because that's what they are. Goober number one, she was born first, and goober number two.
We literally couldn't wait. So we called him. We're like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, watching you all.
Yeah, I was watching them. Somehow or another, I got an alert on my phone, and I just happened to look at it, and I seen that, and I thought, well, I wonder what's up with that. And it was these two right here. Anyway,
Yeah.
So I survived. Amen. Can I get an amen? So listen, I have a joke. I've been waiting. I could not get a word in edgewise to tell it. What kind of animal do you not want to play games with?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you going to your car?
Yeah.
A cheetah.
What about the toast?
I got to tell that one too. And then, what do you call 4 bullfighters standing in quicksand, Pappy?
Oh.
What do you call 4 bullfighters standing in quicksand?
I don't know.
Cuatro cinco. Ha! That was a good one.
Yep.
I do have another one, but I don't want to tell it right yet because it's so cute.
I was trying to wait to see
so
if
cute.
we're gonna get 100. If we could get 100 viewers, I was gonna do the giveaway. It keeps
How
going up
many
to
is
like
there?
80.
That's Jen jokes.
Yeah.
Here's Dad back.
So I got a chance to go by the antique shop to shop around and see what else they might have over there. And I actually decided to take the camera with me. I went in and asked the woman for permission to film because I've been in there several times and have got to kind of know them a little bit. And she said, absolutely. So I interviewed her a little bit, showed around her shop a little bit. She says that people that come to the East Tennessee area to see, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Smoky Mountains, all that kind of stuff, that have found her, they come back there every year when they come to visit the park or whatever. She's a very laid back woman, good country gal, born locally, runs a great, and her prices are just fantastic. Anyway, I found
That looks like it's seasoned
it
pretty
is
good.
this small skillet. Now they had a Dutch oven that I can't remember. They wanted like $69. I wanted it, but I didn't get it. But it looked just like this. It was seasoned, and there's no telling how long that thing had been used. I really wanted it, but I didn't get it. $14. Okay, this is a.
Oh yay, Bill.
This is
and
a number.
Karen.
This is a number 3. Now, how many of y'all know what this is? Tell me what this is. I asked Jennifer if she knew what it was, and she didn't. I had to tell her. So y'all see this. Tell me what it is.
Come here.
I know what that is.
Yep, exactly, Brent. Exactly.
Tower
Dan,
of Babel.
Mark, and all the rest of you.
Bill, yes.
This is a toaster. Okay.
The Tower of
So-
Babel.
I've got the gas stove, right? This fits right over the eye.
Oh,
Why-
stop. Ready? 2 slices of bread got married. The ceremony was great until someone decided to toast the bride and groom. Patrick didn't get it. Sorry, y'all. I had to. That was cute.
So,
I
yeah,
got it now.
put this right on the stove. We don't have to spend money for the toaster, and we don't have to suck any juice out of that. Just out of the new solar, we just stick that on there, and away we go. And it'll work in the outdoor kitchen. It'll work in the backpack. It'll work anywhere. And I couldn't really find a name on these. I don't know if they're made by DeWalt, if they're made by Milwaukee, but I got some more cordless tools right here. This is a this one right here is, I think, a 1 inch, and this one's either a 2
It's
and a
called
quarter,
huge.
maybe 2.5. But I also picked up a couple of saws. One of them is a Carpenter Saw, and the other one predates that one. Actually, it's like the crosscut, but it's for one person, and you can either put the handle on it like for a carpenter, or a lot of them had just a vertical handle on one end for bucking up firewood, basically. So I got one of those. It does not have a handle. I'll be building one of those. For that, I will be replacing these handles here with probably some dogwood, and we're going to drill some holes in here and actually put a pin in that to help stabilize it where it doesn't wear out, kind of like these did. Now, this one right here is still in really good shape. That one had a peg driven in it. Right here. This is the first Milwaukee. The original.
How do crazy people go through the forest? They take the psychopath.
Or the sociopath. Guys,
Oh,
this
me.
right here, I'm giving 2 of these away. So at the
What?
end, whenever we're done, if you stay until the end, I'll tell you how to win this. 2 people are going to win this. Okay?
You're a nut.
This is a screwdriver. It's not like a regular drill, so this has a lot different torque. It's a lot lower on the torque side. so you can do it for like hanging stuff around the house or whatever. But this is a very good addition to your home or your shop.
Where do cows hang their paintings? In the museum.
Don't say that. I've got a filter.
Come on by, Mr. Redford. Yes, perfect for drywall. Sorry.
I've got to censor Jennifer's jokes over here. When I visit my buddy in Sevierville, I'll try and give you a holler to visit and give a hand on what you're working on. Hopefully late summer, early fall.
Absolutely.
Hey, yeah. You know, I still have in mind making 2 campsites down there. Maybe that's something Patrick and I can work on when he comes, or help me get started, but build a couple of campsites. That way people, you know, if they want to come and stay and pitch a tent or something like that, they got a hammock to stay in, because it's warm here plumb up until November, most of the time anyway.
Kinda. I have another joke. It's cute. There's 2 of them. It's so fitting for the toaster.
Okay.
Why couldn't the sesame seed leave the casino? This is so cute. Because he was on a roll. That is darling. Oh, hold on. I got another one. Why did the poor man sell yeast? To raise some dough.
What?
That wasn't as cute as my sesame seed on a roll. That was pretty good.
So what haven't I covered? About
the fact that I have school 2 more days.
Everything, I think, from
Hey, Carlos.
The cabin's kind of been put on hold because of everything else. You know, I've got baseboards to finish and the kitchen doors to finish and the panel to get wired in and the receptacles to put in, which, you know, it's not a big deal. I'm just used to using those batteries. I got lights around the house, you know, and all I have to do is keep the batteries charged. So it's not like that I need to have other switches to flip. But I do need to get that done. It's just, you know, there's a whole lot going on from daylight to dark, a whole lot. So
yep.
I want to see more of his cooking, so we'll get that fixed up.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's made steak and vegetables.
I had to order a new grate because the other one broke. You wouldn't think that it would, but it broke. I tried to straighten it out, and it's made out of cast, and it just broke right in my hand. So,
hey, Deborah,
what I've ordered is stainless steel, and hopefully it will last a while. It's actually a little bit large. I'm going to have to cut it down some, but that's okay. You know, it's going to fit. Wasn't cheap either, but it should last.
Smokey's health. He's good. He had a little bit of pancreatitis. He's on the mend. He's his happy, crazy, clearing out the creek self again. He the boy.
People thought he was digging at holes or something in the creek. There's nothing there. It's just a solid dirt bank. He just has to be busy. He just loves scratching that bank.
Oh, yeah, and he comes out with dirt all literally over his head.
He feels like he's accomplishing something. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to widen it out so he's got more area to play in. I don't know.
And I don't know about you all, but I'm going to say this, and this is totally random. I don't know how many of you all like Taco Bell's little Mexican pizzas, but they come out tomorrow. So good.
Yep.
Somebody just said taco time, and it made me think about that.
Taco Tuesday.
So if I make or add in some of restoring these old tools, should I add it in on my regular channel as part of the video? Should I add that in on a do-it-yourself, or should I have a category for just restoration of old hand tools, Now, stuff like this I can actually use, I like using it.
Because he loves elbow grease, honey.
Yeah. If you
Here's the
locked
other
him in a Cracker Barrel, if you locked him inside a Cracker Barrel, he'd start building something.
He probably would. Tearing
Uh,
stuff off walls.
But you know what,
Danny
guys?
Jackson said channel number 3.
If you didn't have access to power tools, if everybody stripped you of all your power tools and you had no electricity, no batteries or anything, but these were laying around, could you actually use them? Now, some things I've never seen before and I wouldn't know how to use them. But a lot of this stuff my grandfather had, and I remember using stuff like that when I was a kid. And it's just fun, this is the way it started, back then. And I think I was telling Patrick today, I said, I think everybody at heart is nostalgic.
Hi, Holly. Your niece is on there.
Hey, is nostalgic to some degree. And because this is how things started, right? And I think that people like watching stuff like that, but I'm kind of at a loss as to where to put it. So I don't want to clog up the new channel with a bunch of this. But what would y'all like?
Check this out, y'all. How many of you all still have one of those?
Yes.
Cake plate.
Regular channel for the good of the land does tool restoration sometimes. My grandfather used tools like this.
For the good of the land, that's a channel. I don't know.
I saw Sean James using that old tool when he was building the log cabin. Yeah, I'm telling you what, you can drill a hole with those through practically anything if you get them started. And if they're nice and sharp, it doesn't take a whole lot of elbow grease like you would think. I mean, it's a little difficult, but look here. When you're trying to bore a hole out of something like that, I mean, that's quite a bit of material that you're taking out. But this thing right here, if it's nice and sharp and oiled up, you can do the job.
I'll save that.
Those old Carpenter hand saws too. I've had some of those that seem like they work better than the new ones that you get today. If the teeth are set right and it's sharpened, I mean, they can really chew some wood with the least amount of effort. I was also talking on a video with the draw knife. I've seen some people come up there, and really work hard at trying to peel that bark off, and it's not that hard. You just have to kind of know how to do it, how much to take off at one time, and so forth. But that just comes with using it over and over. But yeah, I mean, if we had no access to power or anything, those hand tools like that, we could continue on as long as we know how to use them. So having the skills to be able to use stuff like that too is important. So if you guys want to see more of that, I can add some of that in on the channel too, because to me that's fun. And then getting to use them is fun too. Because it just makes me feel like an early American. It makes me feel like, I got my hands on right in there. And it's not like, sliding the thing in on a conveyor belt and some machine punching out this or that. There's not a lot of satisfaction in that, honestly. Yes, you can produce a lot. You can get a lot done. But I was telling somebody the other day, when your muscles hurt at the end of the day and you know that you've really done something, there's a lot of satisfaction in that temporary pain because you've actually applied yourself. You've done something with your hands. You've made something out of nothing, so to speak. And there's just, what is that rush that runners get sometimes? Adrenaline?
I don't think you're blocked. I see everything that you're writing.
Who?
This displaced fur.
Yeah, your stuff is coming through.
You're not blocked. We see everything that you're saying.
The last one was at 7:59. When was that?
Less than a minute ago.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's on there. All right, so how can I wind this down?
Well, I got to tell them how they're going to win these.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give these 2 away. Nobody knows this but y'all. I'm going to give 2 of these away. We're going to do the drawings the same way that we normally do them by doing the random picker. But y'all all go leave a comment on our latest video on Outpost Review. And I'll wait a whole day and then we'll film doing a random picker and I'll do it twice on that video. And those 2 people will get, each one will get a Milwaukee screwdriver. So remember, you got to go leave a comment on that video.
The one that came out. The one that came out today.
The one that came out today on Outpost Review.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you haven't.
Yes, please.
Guys,
if you haven't.
Both
it's 9 minutes long.
On both of our channels, I've heard this before, and I've even heard other creators say this before. I've even had some comments that were kind of directed along the same line. I don't know why they would do it, if they're doing it, but I know that we're not doing it. But sometimes you can get unsubscribed for whatever reason. So if you're unsubscribed, make sure that you're subscribed. Go ahead and hit subscribe on both channels. That way, and that little notification bell, because you can get notified that we're sending up videos, which will also in turn let us know if they are in fact doing something along that nature. I don't know why that would happen, but I've heard several people say that. The review channel is where we give updates and stuff like that. So, if you're not a part of that too, and you want to be, you can just go over there and subscribe, like I said, on that one and get all the latest reviews. But we've noticed that some people say that they're no longer getting notifications, or that they thought that they were subscribed and they weren't because they couldn't make a comment. And for, why somebody would do something like that, or if it's a glitch in the system. But I've heard several creators say that. So just y'all check your own stuff there. If you're unsubscribed, make sure hit subscribe, comment. That's how we do the drawings. And let's see if we can figure out if it's just, something, like I said, that's because we could send them something saying, hey, we've noticed that this has happened several times on our channel as well. You guys get it fixed, whatever the problem
Debbie
is.
said it's happened to other subscribers on other channels that she watches, not just to us.
Yeah.
Danny, I like vanilla on vanilla, white on white. Not yellow, white.
Chocolate icing and yellow cake.
Ugh.
It's the best. All right, y'all. Well, if there's nothing else, again, remember, leave a comment on the 9-minute video that came out today on Outpost Review. Okay, this is not Smoking Out an Outpost channel. This is our Outpost Review channel. Okay. It's a little yellow icon with a little bear. Looks like the same logo we have on our main channel. Leave a comment on that video. And tomorrow I will do a drawing for 2 people.
That video was tell them the name of it.
I think Jennifer and it was How to Treat Wood Yourself, Protecting It Against Rot. It's this one right here. It says quick and easy.
You're welcome, Connie.
Let's see here. Where is it at? Video.
Oh, nice, Susan. German chocolate. I don't know about that. That's got that funky stuff on the top of it.
She doesn't like coconut.
Oh, yeah, no. It's giving me cold chills.
This one right. Oh.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
They can't see that, Patrick.
Hold on a minute. This one right here. Okay, we just uploaded it. Go watch it. If you'll watch the whole thing, that'd be even better. But if not, leave a comment, like it, share it, subscribe.
Danny, so my great grandmother used to make a cake with like a fudge icing. and it's one of my dad's favorite, and I made that a while back, and it is an old recipe.
Yeah, you actually have to stir it till it starts getting thick.
Hi, West Virginia.
Is there any other questions we can ask for you before we go? We're going to try to do a little bit more of these regularly. It's just...
You mean answer, not ask, silly.
Huh?
You said
Oh.
there.
Not bad.
He said he wanted to know which video.
Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Give me a sec.
That is Carlos. So Carlos.
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okie doke. 1 second. Here we go. Copy.
What are you doing?
Right. Here you go.
Thanks, Connie. Oh, he's copied and pasted the video for you all.
If you can click that, you can probably click that link. And if you can't, I'll just share it a different way somehow.
Why do you have Smoky Mountain Outpost up there?
Because he's commented from each platform so that whoever's looking on whichever one can click to find the link.
Yeah, it's got to be that yellow icon there where it says Outpost Review.
No, they're all the same link. You can click either one of them.
Oh, okay.
De nada.
Well,
Cool beans.
Okay, I guess that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all.
Remember, comment. We'll enter you for a drawing. This is a separate drawing than our monthly giveaway. So this is special to this video only.
But like it too and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, and if you will watch all 9 minutes of it,
that would be even better. You might learn something that you didn't know halfway through the middle of it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Anything else?
Love you. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you next time. Hi, Audrey. But
Thank you.
yeah, we got to get my kiddo in the bed, and I got work tomorrow. 2 more days, y'all, and I'll be on the Outpost more and more corny jokes for me.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.